Time for another check with business news and Mike Ethel. Mike, what's the latest?
Well, good morning, Tammy. We're watching a market rally to kick off the trading week. And keep in mind, the TSX has already been on an upswing here for 8 consecutive weeks, a 10-week winning streak for the NASDAQ coming into this morning's trade. And the optimism abounds that the U.S. and China are getting closer to a framework agreement on trade to get rid of all of those tariffs that have been in place here for several months, trying to diffuse a trade war. Talk that China will buy more American-made goods and as well as some protection for intellectual property and technology for the states. We'll see if we can have some sort of resolution to this ongoing story, perhaps later this week or in the next few weeks, but markets are responding favorably. We saw stocks in China today hit an 8-month high, and the TSX and Dow, keep in mind, they're getting closer to all-time record highs as well. Meantime, Bank of Canada this week on Wednesday sets interest rate policy, and it's going to be very interesting to hear whether the Bank of Canada starts to sound more cautious on the state of affairs for our economy. We had some economic signals from StatsCan Friday, very disappointing in as much as the economy was slowing dramatically at the later stages of 2018. This after the Bank of Canada raised interest rates 3 times last year and had been talking about raising them further. Does not look as if the economy can handle that right now, so we may hear, again, very different tone for the Bank of Canada this week. And Roger, we want to say good morning to the thousands of people attending this week's Prospectors, Developers, Miners Association Conference, the Prospector and Developers Association of Canada in the city this week, talking about all sorts of big deals in the gold and silver mining industry that we've seen over the course of this year already, wheeling and dealing at the convention center, among other things going on in the gold sector.
Well, we forget what a big industry that is on the TSX, right? And it's one of the largest in the world.
And we're talking right now about some of the biggest gold companies doing mega deals. Barrick wants to buy Newmont. Newmont's buying Goldcorp. All of these things, multi-billion-dollar transactions.
And they also have some good parties.
They do that.